All right, here we go. Hi, everybody. Baron5X here. Welcome to my channel. Uh, a little bit in a holding pattern right now, waiting for the update to go live for 1.6. So just to kill time and make myself stay busy with something while I'm waiting to play a new story, do all kinds of pulling. I decided I needed to go ahead and make this video that I've been trying to make for about a week and a half, 2 weeks now. But other stuff, especially the 1.7 character reveals, really came up and stopped this video from coming out a little earlier. But what we're exploring here is all my favorite ships up to this point. Now, the characters we're going to include are basically all the Bell and Wise, obviously, because they're the MCs, and the playable agents. Um, up to this current patch. The only one that I guess was the exception was Paltra is included. Uh, Ambi's already included, obviously, because she's existed before, and I just didn't include Trigger. And honestly, I wouldn't even if I could, just because we don't know enough about Trigger. So I got nothing to give here. I don't think I know enough about Trigger personally. Maybe I'm wrong, and we do know enough about Trigger. Oh well, that's sad. I just noticed a keychain broke on my phone, and I don't know when it broke. Ah, okay, cool. Anyway, so yeah, so what I'm going to go do is go through all the list of the characters we got here on the screen, and I'm going to pair them up, or more than pairs. Spoiler. Uh, Depending on the character reactions, my own observations, what I think lore could hint at, which obviously almost nothing is strong, just because it's not that kind of game, and the game wants ambiguity because ambiguity can be used to create the other source that I'm going to pull from, which is all the fan fiction I read. So that I'm heavily influenced by that fan fiction. So all that said, that's all the preamble. Let's go ahead and get into it. No special order. I literally just like pulled these images from my files and put them in just whatever order they came out in. So we'll go with that. So that's the order we're gonna go in, just top to bottom. Okay, and the first pick is already going to be kind of interesting, just because Chingy is definitely one of those characters I don't have anyone for. We're going to do this live because I don't know how to organize everything just yet. I guess this can be the question mark column, right? Yeah, we'll go ahead and call this the question mark column. Because, yeah, as far as Chingy goes, uh, I don't get the sense that the shipping is strong with Chingy, with any particular character. She's just, kind of cool, neutral, fun, but like not really like, yeah, not jiving with anybody in that way. Like, again, if I'm gonna have to point at fan fiction, I think the character I see her paired with the most, besides the MCs, because it's always the MCs. Yeah, I mean, the default pairing for all these is the MCs, right? So besides that, I think the only one is Chingy, and I mean not Chingy. Oh my god, that's Chingy. Is Juyin, but I don't feel that. Like I don't get the sense of that. I go with the flow when it comes up, I guess story wise or fan fiction wise, but it's not. Apparently, I see a strong fit for anyway. So there's that. That's probably an easy one. Um, no, and I guess I didn't notice that. I guess if it wasn't obvious, the MCs get bigger profile pictures because they're going to be loaded. Because even though I just said with Chinky that, yeah, you can ship the MCs of any of these characters, just because, again, how the way, you know lore and ambiguity work. But there are obviously ones that I think really hit home. Um, all right, so yeah, that enough of that further preamble. So the other one here is Grace. As far as Grace goes, um, there's only one pairing that I could see work, and that pairing I think is Billy. And there's only one reason why I think that works, and that's because I think months ago, in the beginning there was a fan comic with Grace getting all like in her machine file mode with Billy. And I think there was even a little bit of that in the 1.4, like end screen, like after the main story and everything went on. There's like a little scene of like Grace going after Billy. So I don't know if that's confirmed. It could be a confirmation for all we know, but not necessarily what I was going for. But or I mean, it clicked for me. Like as far as the most that makes sense, I think that's the one that makes the most sense. Uh, I mean, other ones include Kaleda, but no, no. I mean, well, you see, no. I'm not even going to justify that one. It's just it's not going there. Like, especially because I think the fix I have seen of it go a particular direction, and we don't need to follow along with that plot, that thread. So this is the one that makes the most sense. Um, yeah, I think this is the style I want to use. I need to condense a little more because we're gonna have a bunch of these. Yeah, let's go with that. There we go. Well, you know what? No, something like this. Yeah, yeah, we're doing this on the fly, everybody. I guess I could put a heart in between them too. I don't know why I didn't think of that. Would that make more sense? Let's find out. We're doing this live. Yeah, I could. Okay, I'm gonna stick with that for now. I don't know if I love it yet, but that's just it almost should be the ship icon, shouldn't it? No, but we're gonna have a bunch of those. I don't know. Okay, we're just gonna stick with that. We're just gonna stick with that. Okay. Next up is Miyabi. Okay, so this is one of the first ones that I think you could easily make a case for with the MCs. And again, this is why the MCs get their bigger icons because they're gonna take on a lot of agents by the time this is done. Like just again, the like I was saying before, sure, the ambiguity of it all with the way characters interact with the MCs makes it like again, almost any agent will work. I think one of the few things that tip the scale. Well, I think there are two things that tip the scale toward this. The first one is like the agent date you go on where you're having to snap Miyabi out of it by mentioning that you're her fiance, which I think is a little different between Wise and Bell. I've seen both versions of it. It seems like in the Wise clip, it implies that he more readily implies that he's the fiance, when in Bell's it makes it sound like joining her family, which like it didn't. I don't know if that's a China thing. That might be a China thing, why they weren't as straight with it as before. Which I say that, but we'll get into future ships in a little bit. In either case, there was that whole trust event. I think really helped push in that direction. The other thing that cutely pushed in that direction was the whole subplot in the Pale Wasteland like event where Miyabi got all embarrassed because her dad did like showed the MC the baby pictures.
This is all thanks to the proxy. Otherwise, Mr. Hoshimi probably wouldn't have pulled out Chief's childhood photos like that.
Stop talking about that. Oh my! Miss Miyabi can get shy? Oh, that's just... Oh, so... Oh,
Mr. Hoshimi probably wouldn't have pulled out Chief's childhood photos like that.
Stop talking about that.
Miss Hoshimi is still a young lady after all.
Or like when she was young, pictures. I don't know. Was it baby pictures? I actually don't remember now, but it's something like that. But that seemed like that was a lower push in that direction as well. So that makes sense to me. Next one is Corn and no. Well, I didn't make a column for this one. Corn, no. We don't need no shipping for you. Grow up. No shipping for you. I need to make a is there what can I use here? Is there an X? There should be something like an X. There should be like an X shape. What? I guess there's this. Oh no, that's terrible. No. No, that's just not gonna work. Um, yeah, I ain't got nothing for this, I guess. You're just gonna be off in a corner. You you get nothing. Here, let's use this equal signs. Nope, nope. You don't get anything. You're too young. Finish school. No shipping for you. Next one. Okay. Here's another one. Unlike some of the other like double MC parents, I think this one, and I also need to note in case it hasn't been clear in my other videos and stuff like that. I play as Wise in the game, so I miss a lot of the Bell side of things, right? At least within the game. And I try to go back and watch clips of like where Bell's the MC, so I can get like just a different perspective between Wise and Bell. But it's just so poorly organized on the net. Like it's hard to find a scene, particularly I guess the ones that feature Bell. Like whenever I do a search, like hey, I just want this scene with Bell. It's like it's not labeled that way, so I can't find it. So it's just one of those things. In any case, I think what makes sense here to me is Wise. I actually like the Wise Nicole pairing. Like it's cute. They always go back and forth. I mean, the way Nicole is and how ever present she is in the story and the lore. At least again from the perspective because I play Wise, I see a lot of that interaction all the time, and it's kind of cute. Again, that could be like if it ever became like that was the lore relationship for Wise, that would make a lot of sense to me. Honestly, I think that just works. Okay, next one is Jane. Now, similarly, well, not similarly, because Jane's a flirt. They Belle even calls her out for having that riz, right? So she's just a flirt because that's her personality, right? So truth be told, the number one factor for me going into this, what tips the scales at all is fan fiction, and I've read some pretty good Belle Jane fan fiction, like enough like make me cry the level of like Jane Bell fan fiction. So yeah, to me that makes all the sense in the world. I'm just noticing these icons are like a different size, and it's gonna start bothering me. Again, this is why we're doing. This is what happens when we do things live. Okay, it doesn't matter. Just I have to live with it. But yeah, so the fan fiction is definitely what tips the scales for me here. But on top of that, the other, besides the fan fiction, the other one that makes the most sense to me, if I if it had to make sense at all, would be Seth, and I think that's off the back purely of their scene in Jane's agent story. Like, do I like it more than the Belle Jane ship? No, absolutely not. At least not the way it's been written. Which again, that's just me having fanfic brain, right? But no, it was still that was an endearing moment. It was cute. They paired up really well. Like who knows how they treat each other afterwards, right? We never get to see any of that. Mm. But it was cute. It was adorable, and it moved the plot along. So it was a nice time. So there's that. Now here's another strong one here. This one's gonna blow everything we've done so far out the window because the lore really pushed character interactions with her. Wise and Bell each got their own video. You know, it seems like with just that they were really pushing for both, at least the possibility of both, right? So for me, pairing them with the two MCs makes all the sense in the world, right? Let's get them fit in here properly. There we go. And now we already see that each of them are building a harem. Yeah, just like that. I've seen so many recreations of that Persona 5 Valentine's video with Wise involved, and it's just funny. So, but here we go. They're each building their harems. So, congrats you two. The thing is, though, is that Bell and Wise weren't the only two to have a video with Astra. Evelyn also had a bit of an Astra. And honestly, if there was ever a ship this game was pushing more, the most, almost has to be this one. Which, again, I don't know because I know it's a Chinese developer, so I think they have their different ways of viewing things. I think. I mean, I'm not trying to be stereotypical or like put words in people's mouth, but again, with the whole Bell saying something completely different from Wise when they were in Miyabi, for me was a hint of certain perspectives or certain things they weren't willing to be too forward with. Except, I don't know, it just seems like that whole thing is way forward. I mean, there's definitely a tenderness and caring between those two, and I know it's like that whole like bodyguard client trope, right? Which I think they even did they even mention that? They might even mention no, that might have been that might be fan fiction brain, thinking that they mentioned it directly within the lore, but they really pushed that one a lot, honestly. So I think that's no surprise to me. And if at this point, if I had to pick a favorite non-MC ship, I mean, it's definitely this one. This one's the way it's portrayed in the game and the way I see it written out in fan fiction is always super adorbs. So honestly, with that even said, I could almost add a third candidate over here. See, can I make it the same size? Yeah, more or less. Is that actually Astra has her own harem that competes with the MCs. Can I actually do this all right? Yeah, there we go. See, she gets her own harem. Congratulations, Astra. You're one of a kind so far in this game. All right, I'll move you all over here. Sorry, I'm probably blocking her with my face, ain't I? A little bit, but not enough to be intrusive. So we can carry on. Okay. Next up is Zhu Yan. Because now that I'm looking at it here, might as well go with her next. Now, see this one. Part of my problem with Zhu Yan is that she's a character at first that I haven't pulled. Wanted to pull, planned to pull in the next patch until the Vivian announcement came along. So that pull plan is out the window just because I got to save up for Vivian. Sorry, Julian. I really wanted you. You're the favorite character I don't have right now, and even if you include them, I think the way we interact with Julian is always great. And I came to a head in 1.4. In fact, I feel like there should have been more like epilogue to that, like how that relationship is going at this point, given the feelings that were involved there, right? But there hasn't been anything because of the power of those scenes. It really makes me feel like again both the MCs can take it here. Again, the fan fictions always works with them. So I've read some particularly good Belle Julien ones actually. That, again, really choked me up. But even in the lore, like her closeness with the two MCs, that feeling of betrayal, et cetera, I think really got to her. And I think that's with reason. There's a closeness there, right? So to me, that ship makes sense. And I'm trying to make sure my face is not covering here. No, it's not. We're good. We're good. Okay. Next up, we have Yanagi. And honestly, Yanagi is too busy being a mom. I don't think there's any. I don't feel any like shippable energy with her. The only thing that I think Miyabi loves more than Sukaku is her red bean buns, and that's the ship we're gonna go with. She loves her red bean buns and Sukaku, but we're not gonna do that. I don't need to encourage more of that in the fan fiction. Yeah, we'll leave that alone. So red bean buns for Yanagi. That's the ship there. Next is Piper, and coincidentally, this is another character that I don't think there's strong shipping with. I've seen her paired with Bernice in fan fiction, but I don't know. It seems like not forcing. Forcing is a strong word. It's more just like it's there. Uh, ship Bernice with somebody, I guess. I've also seen some lighter uh, too, but I don't know. I also don't feel that. I know they have that moment in the Bernice video where she like knocks him over, but I think that's more playful than anything. But I guess that's just more extra contact than anybody else. And then I guess bring it back to Piper, like Piper and Bernice like co-star in their agent story, so I guess there's some closeness there. Um, but it's all super friendly. Like I don't think they even accidentally imply anything there. So really, the only real answer for Piper is Steel Tusk. That's who Piper loves. I need to move you, bring the front. That this is the love of Piper's life, Steel Tusk, and that's all there is to it. So here you go. We'll put you in a corner here. And my real estate's already running out, so we'll see how this goes. I might have to get creative. Let's move you all over a little bit. No, no. This is the usefulness of PowerPoint. Okay. Next one is Rena. I think this will be easy because I think, yeah, I don't feel there's anything going between her and the MCs. It's all very polite and like service oriented, really. And really, the only one I think that makes sense is Lycon. Well, well, okay, we'll have to sort this out. For Rena, I think the only thing that really makes sense is Lycon. Like, I know that and even then it's been mostly professional, right? Like if I think this is why maybe I had the question mark box ready to go, is that it's strong but not that strong. Like it would make sense, but like I haven't seen anything with it really. Like they're definitely partners in the business. They're close. We've seen like scenes dedicated to them and like them overlooking the MCs and et cetera, right? And maybe we'll see more of that in 1.6 when that comes out here soon. But if I had to choose any one of them, that's what I think that would work. That being said, as for Lycon, he definitely has, he's definitely with it with the MCs, right? He seems to really respect them, admire them, and seems to give them a lot of credit, right? Uh, I think if I had to, I think after thinking about it though, I think this one goes to to Wise. I feel like I've seen that work more than I've seen a Bell Lycon pairing. I don't know. And again, this is me not playing as Bell, which might have contributed to not me seeing enough of that possibility. But but yeah, I mean that's just how it goes. Like again, this one was just barely strong enough to not be immediately just put in the question mark column. But I mean that's where we are. Here we are. Um, Kaleda. If we assume she's an adult, I think she is. I don't know. I'm assuming yes. Um, I think she's in the same boat as yeah, it's just Chingy. I just don't know, don't see it, don't know. Got nothing. Nothing really applies. I mean, good for her. She's doing her own thing. But yeah, just yeah, that's more or less my feelings on that. Okay, I need to organize this a little bit because I'm gonna run out of space here soon. Yeah, as far as Kaleda goes, like all the characters she interacts with, including the MCs, like I don't see any of that going on, right? Or I don't anyway. I mean, if you disagree, feel free to throw it out in the comments, right? But yeah, that's not one that I've seen bear any fruit with any particular character. Okay, so yeah, let's organize this a little bit. And all my organizers are going to make this video even longer, right? And we're only halfway done. Okay. All right. So because I need the real estate, let's use some of these here. So Nekomata, this is going to be an easy one. I also think she's in the I'm not seeing anything basket. Yeah. Yeah. Again, force is too strong of a word, but yeah, when every time I see it, I think it's just like it has to be contrived. I'm not contrived. See, that's all it sounds of a word. It all has to be set up within even fiction plot. Like there's not, I don't think there's a foundation for anything with what's been established in the lore. So that's all pure in the realm of fiction, I think. In Caesar, okay, this one's going to take some thought because again, I think to contrast the toughness of being the leader of the Sons of Caledon, they really try to make her cute and adorable for everybody. So I think that cuteness and adorableness really rubs off with with her interactions with the MCs, and I think it applies to both MCs in this case. Like I've I mean, on the other hand, okay, this one might be purely based on the good fan fiction I've written, because clearly she reads romance novels, and the romance novels, even that PV video was very like I think she was imagining Wise or something that looked like Wise, right? So whether that means she has a thing for Wise or she's just again because she's like a rom-com, like a romantic manga reader. I think that's just the idea that gets in her head, like just to have daydreams she has. So I think there's that. Although with that, I think the other one that could potentially make sense is Lucy, and that's purely born out of the like that the tension they got, right? Like Lucy's always trying to like usurp Caesar's role, so they have that like the fiery interaction between them. So I think that contributes a lot to them being shipped together, and it works. It just works when it comes to how they're portrayed in like again fan fiction, and again it just kind of makes sense with what they're. Again, the lore doesn't really push it. I mean, they don't, but then they got really touchy with that scene where Caesar almost takes one for the team, right? And Lucy's all upset and everything. So if it's established at all, I think it's established there, right? At least that's my thought on the matter. Okay, so for the sake of organization, I should almost give Caesar her own row here, but we're running out of space, so we won't do it. Next up is Ellen. And for the purpose of this discussion, I'm assuming Ellen is a college-age student. They haven't confirmed her age. But I don't know. I don't know. Maybe I'm letting the fan fiction override me on this one. Because otherwise she'd join Corin over here. But at this point, I'm going to assume she's a college-age woman. And I think the cuter one is with his interactions with Belle, honestly. And that might be a fan brained answer, but because I'm currently reading a really good fan fiction that involves them too, so that's where I am with that. Ambi, question mark column because I don't see a pairing there. Yeah, maybe that'll change with 1.6 coming up soon. I was gonna say maybe with Soldier 11, but if the lore implications are true, that would be a little weird. And then I guess there's Trigger, but again, haven't seen the only reaction we had between those two is from the special program, and that seems like they were like chill together, right? And that's all we gotten so far. So at least they have good camaraderie, but they're also in the same faction, so of course you would think so. So there's that. There we go. Sukaku, nope. No, you're too young. Go eat food. You were like, oh, you know what? And there you go. That's what the real answer there is. Oh, actually, both of these. I forgot my own bit. These two, their number one or more is, and what I do with it. Oh, I thought I had a food icon here. I was not prepared. It's food. They love food. Ambi loves her burgers. and Suhaku loves any kind of food. So for them, it's food. I guess I can give them a red bean bun. You get one too. Just like so. With that, now the red bean bun now has its own harem. So congratulations, red bean bun. You, the MC, Caesars, and Astra have harems. Good luck. Congratulations. So there you go. Enjoy your food. That's what you should do. That's all. That's what's important in life. The food. I'm running out of places to put. Okay. We only have a few left. Bernice, like we said before, the only attempt I've seen at the only. I mean, in the lore, the only. Well, here we go. I'll just put it out. The only one in the lore that gets any attention from Bernice is our upcoming Paltra, because she likes tails, fluffy tails, and she likes to burn them. But that's besides the matter. I'm sure they will figure it out. And that's it. That's the only justification I will give this. And I will hope 1.6 gives me more justification. Not even the fan fiction, I think, really justifies this one. At least I haven't read any strong fan fiction. That's purely for the scene with the tail. That's where that's all that gets. Here, let's make some space because we're gonna need it here soon, I think. Space. I need space. No, I didn't mean to separate you two. Okay, Harmas is up next. And he's another one I don't think there was any... I mean... If... Maybe... I feel like that was a very buddy-buddy relationship. Again, this is me playing as Wise, right? So I don't know how they interacted. But it seems super friendly and close between Harmas and Wise. I have to mention the same thing with Bell. I'm actually tempted to give it... okay, I'm calling an audible on myself here. And I'm tempted to say that's a ship that could sail with these two here. They just... I think how delicate Harmas's storyline is and how like emotional it can kind of get, I think that contributed to that kind of feeling of closeness between the two MCs. And then, yeah, I don't see that with anybody else. He gets along well with Seth, but in like a bully kind of way. So we won't ship that at all. Next is Lighter. This is another one that I could see with both. I see a lot of Wise Lighter, but I also see some Bell Lighter too. I can see that being a ship that can sail. Well, these last two should be easy. We're almost at the end of the video. I don't see anything for Ben. Sorry, Ben. You're married to your accounting job. And Anton. Anton's got bro. So, wow, that was a quick ending. Honestly, we crossed that finish line a little faster than I thought we would. But this is already a really long video, so it's probably okay that we're coming to an end here. So with that, as you can see, like I said, the MCs, they have their harems. I think they even got equal count by my book. That was totally an accident. I didn't think they would have equal count. And in second place, Caesar and Astra have their own mini harems. So congratulations, you two. And maybe I'm not even giving Caesar enough credit. Maybe all the Sons of Caledon, with her being Overlord, can get some. But you know what? I don't. That's speculation. But because of that, I'm gonna go ahead and give it to you here. Well, just copy these. What am I doing? And Lucy. There you go. So you get another harem. So 4 harems. Well, 5 if you include food. Food is the fourth. Food is the 4th harem. Everybody. If I had more time, I could just organize it visually and to really drive that point home. But if I keep doing that, this video will get even longer. So I won't force the issue. But with that, these are the ships that, as of 1.6, feel like they make the most sense to me. Whether that's lore or really good fan fiction driving that, in the end, this is the determination I've made. So with that, that brings us to the end of the video. If you all have opinions about these different ships, or have ships that I missed out on, or man, I hope I didn't miss a character. I don't think I missed a character, but if I did, let me know in the comments. If you think there was a strong ship with other NPCs, let me know. I wasn't really thinking about those, so I don't know. Of course, in general, if you like this video, please like and subscribe. I could always use the support. We'd love to have more conversations with you. If I ever get to like 1,000 subs, maybe I'll open a Discord or something like that. Just thinking out loud for what I want to do for the channel and for my continued streaming. But with that, it's time to end the video. It'll be time to edit soon, and it'll be time to finally get into 1.6 now that that's out and almost ready to go here. So I am definitely looking forward to that. So again, if you like the video, please like, subscribe, leave a comment. All of that is appreciated. It lets me know if I'm doing this working, driving with everybody. Hopefully it does. Hopefully we're all having fun here. But yeah, here we go. My ships. Let them sail forth in the game, in your hearts, wherever they may sail. With that, we'll go ahead and call it here. Thank you very much, everybody, for tuning in, and catch me on stream or catch you next video. Bye.